Good morning, sweethearts. Good morning. I'm so happy to be with you here. Hello. And yeah, Hadar, sweetheart, thanks
Yeah.
for this beautiful
What?
impulse with the talks, Maria. Thank you too. I appreciate it very much. And I'm very open for all impulses. So this is dancing like this now here. And we simply put on a beautiful word, an empty, beautiful word made of letters, whatever this means. And this is Hadar. What is it?
Loneliness. You're gonna sing?
Loneliness.
Please sing for us.
Loneliness. Okay, so I would say in Bulgaria we have a beautiful saying. Кой предложи, той заложи, which
Ooh.
means the one who has the idea is
The one that
go
starts.
out.
So
So, girl, feel free.
yeah, it's what I said this morning. It was funny because it boomed out last week, and today I was saying, what did I want to say about that? Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I can remember the impulse came, the curiosity. Since I think loneliness, it's a kind of a feeling that can feel very strong in the body, the idea of loneliness and the feeling of it. And it seems like a lot of characters will try to escape that, and there are going to be some actions to avoid that. It is what it is, it's nothing wrong with that. But as a kind of rebel character, I like to open it up and to see from what is running from. Okay, this
Beautiful.
is like always the curiosity questioning.
Yeah, I love rebel characters. Also, like Emmy is booming out, very rebellious. I love it. Boom. So what
Yes,
is this? This is just a
yes.
word. This is just a thought. But let's dive deeper into this, sweetheart. Go on.
So yeah, so just the to see what there is in this package of running away, but not knowing from what we're running away from. So let's open it. And here was the thought, like me, to the interest to know each character what it feels, the word loneliness, what it means to the character, what it means, what it feels with, this box. So maybe it's really different from one character to another. So there is this
Yeah.
curiosity to discover, and
Okay.
then just yeah.
Nice. So you start, girl. What is this for you, loneliness?
So the loneliness, as for me here, as the same as other kind of it's filled with an atmosphere, emotions, ideas that can just arise in a certain situation, and it kind of conditioned to a certain situation that maybe the idea doesn't like it, because there is a natural feeling of going, of connecting, the natural feeling of connecting. It's animals are the same. There is just the feeling of connecting with something, and when it's not there, there is kind of the feeling it can come up as like I don't exist, like I need to connect. If not, something, the system is like an alarm system saying something is wrong here.
It
Go
doesn't
get,
feel
go
good.
hunt,
It doesn't
go
feel
get something.
right. Yeah. It
Yeah, it
doesn't
doesn't
feel
feel,
right. It
needs to
doesn't feel
fill it
good.
up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
can you maybe say here just stories like there is this intrinsic natural attempt for this body mind complex to feel connected always, to be whole and complete, which is it, of
Yes.
course, the whole time. But
Yes.
there may appear this this idea, this sense whatsoever that this is not it now. Yeah, that there is a
Exactly.
separation, that there is me and the
Yep.
others, me and my life. Yeah, yeah, what a beauty.
It's become like individual, so it's kind of stronger. I need to connect with something. This me is like survival system that needs to be assured that this will go on, that it will stay, that it will survive. And this, it can be very full, very, very full, and there is actions, and it can be very empty. But it can be both ways. It can be just arising, and then, okay, this is what's coming up. And then it can be very full, living it 100%, and doing a lot of action to avoid kind of the split, to avoid that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can explore maybe that.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, sweetheart. So I'd love to continue with Klaus. Klaus, sweetheart, what's your story with loneliness, if there is one?
Yeah, loneliness is something that arises, especially at the end of every relationship when a couple is over. Here there is a strong sense of loneliness, and it's very intense, and it may last for months. And that's why in the story I try to understand why the pain and the sense of separation is so intense here in this case. And so I went to the psychologist several years ago just to discover why, in spite of everybody else, here the sense of separation at the end of every relationship with a woman is so intense. And then we discovered in the story that I was abandoned as a child. My mom disappeared for a period of time. I was left with my grandmother, and she was not very able to look after me. And there was this sense of discontentment, and it became rooted here so deep. And years later, at the end of a relationship with a woman, the pain was conditioned by the old memory of this young child being left alone. And so there was this strong sense of separation and loneliness and being unworthy and inability of doing the things that we do in the everyday life, like going to work, having talks to people, and even the simplest things were not so easy to do anymore.
Yeah.
Of course, after a period of time, this sense of separation, this sense of pain, of being abandoned and left aside, just melts, and then you come back to the everyday life again, and then you reestablish your ability to function the right way, and then you are able to find another woman and to create another story, a relationship. But here in this case, it took a lot of time. So if you want to talk about loneliness and feeling unworthy and feeling left aside, here we have a good human example too.
Beautiful, Klaus. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing. I guess that all of us can also relate more or less with the sense of unworthiness. Here,
Oh yeah.
this was a very, very strong sense. Also with loneliness combined with a huge sense of jealousy, exactly in this partnership stuff, which is of course seen here as booming perfection. What else?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, Klaus. Maybe Maria, sweetheart, what is your what's coming up there?
Well, for me, it's very difficult to explore this feeling of loneliness because I think I feel like very ungrateful to have it. I feel like ashamed and ungrateful of having this feeling because I'm thinking that like I have everything I need to be happy in life, but then this feeling that comes and that arises from time to time, feeling lonely. So the truth is that I am trying sometimes to be distracted and not face it because of this, because I feel like ungrateful and guilty of having that.
Okay, what is the feeling? Like feeling guilty that there is this sense of being lonely because it's in a
Yes.
way not allowed, right?
Yes.
It's not allowed. Okay, so the sense of loneliness has a meaning. Yeah, it has a meaning. Yeah, it feels heavy. It feels bad, not good. Yeah. Okay. And
It's funny. It's funny here to see that because you know, it's like not to be deserve to be lonely because I'm grateful because I'm everything I have everything. So actually rejecting the loneliness, not having the opportunity to be lonely. You know, it's even I like this
Yeah.
this point of view. There is people rejecting because they don't want to feel it, but here it's most like I'm everything is fine with me. It's
Yes.
like I'm not even deserved to feel lonely. So it's nice. Yeah, I like it.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
I know I'm complicating it, but I don't know how to make it
No,
simple.
I think it's just a different point of view. It's nice. It's nice to see.
is there, Maria, is there a problem with this feeling? When is this still popping up? This feeling of,
Yes.
yeah, is there a problem or is it just what it is? Okay, it comes and goes.
Sometimes, yes, sometimes it's a problem.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay, so of course, what's coming up here, this is it too, because it's everything. And even go more direct, it's the same as like maybe having now a beautiful relationship, booming relationship, full on being in love. It's the same. It's just what's happening. And it's brutal love.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful. Tony, hey.
Yes. In English, we have two words, no? To be lonely and to be alone. In Spanish, we don't have. We only have one word, soledad, no? Estar solo.
Solitude. Okay. Uh-huh.
And this word doesn't have any charge, not positive, not negative. And it is interesting, no? Because to be alone is complete. But really, to be lonely also is, because the same feeling of something lacking, unworthiness, jealousy, all what appears, is also complete. Then nothing is lacking ever. And now is very clear this. But the most interesting that it seems that always have been like this.
Yeah.
And yes, loneliness may be not enjoyable, of course, but it's also this. And being this, nothing to say, no. Let's leave the loneliness if it appears. Nothing happens. Absolutely.
Yeah, full on loneliness. I love it, Tony. I love it.
Hey, Tony, sorry, can I chime in? Just
Yeah,
very
of course, Daggy. Come on, girl. Hey.
So, Tony, I just absolutely love how you phrased it. Like there is just aloneness. Like there is nothing wrong with it. Like even if it feels as loneliness, let's say, some kind of a judgmental overlay, but in some way, it's like everything is the beloved, and it's just like wholeness playing as this very feeling, this very moment. And it's like, it's beautiful. It has its own, I would say, unique flavor. And paradoxically, it can actually drive you deeper into, I don't know, not yourself, or just like kind of deepen your perception, because then you kind of feel so bad that you might start to, I don't know, look for beauty everywhere. You know what I mean? It's like you just fall in love with the world much more deeply, and it just requires no other partner. It would be great, but yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Dagi, beautiful. Like to see the meaning of this word, of this feeling, of this concept. This may simply change.
Yeah.
Just to see that everything is it and it's beautifully empty playing out. And at the same time, full on, of course, full
yeah.
on. The pain is it too, and it can hurt. And but in a way, the stories are not more believed in. So it's quite interesting, colorful, full on. Everything may appear, and it's what it is. Yeah, that's the beauty. That's the joy of this game.
Yeah, and the pain, it can be much more painful actually, felt much more acutely because there is no filter. But at the same time, there is, not to sound masochistic, but there is something very cleansing in the pain because it sharpens you. It really kind of opens you up for when you don't feel pain, for the beauty and just, yeah. And it can, even the pain is full somehow. It's full of pain, but it can feel so heartbreakingly painful that it's beautiful. I don't know. I just phrase it like that. It can, you know, it just breaks you open. And
yeah, or it's
anything
simply,
can happen
or
after
it's
that.
simply, yeah, beautiful, Dagi, or it's simply killing you. It's killing you softly.
Yeah.
And when there is no you left, there is just booming whatever is. You can call it bubblegum or pain or
Yeah.
joy. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Something a little maybe like shedding skin, like a snake shedding
Snake.
skin, and there will be something new. Who knows what? But
Nice. Yeah.
And
Oh,
also the sting, the in the middle of the wound, it's whole. It's just new. It's strange. It's so painful. Wow, it's so painful. Then isn't painful at all, because it's all there is. The sting in the middle of the wound. That's
beautiful. And this directness, there is nothing left to think, to say it. But I would also say every idea, every feeling, everything is it already. Yeah, no escape.
yeah. But also this thing that Tony talked about, if you feel it, it's like yeah, as you said, Rosa, that it's killing you. But then you realize that actually you are stronger than what you thought. Not like you, the person, but it's just like something is bearing it. It's like, oh my God, this is so unbearable, unbearable, unbearable. And then you see something is still bearing it, like, hey, still alive, still here. And then you see like, geez, there is just like so much strength here, so much. And it's not human, it's not personal, it's just some kind of cosmic intelligence manifesting as anything.
It's this blown wide openness, no separation at all.
Yeah.
It's when you simply are not there.
Yeah.
Hadar, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. This is why I really like to hear different kind of, different expressions to see, because it's not the same in a way. When it's, for me, it's like a glove. When it's landing, it's like it's coming up, or it's just landing like a cloud. It can come, these doubts and this all this feeling that comes up with that, and it can be 100% full. And then, or it's lived 100%, like, and then it's just dissolved, or there is a belief that you need to get rid of it, and then there is the go getting some, trying to avoid it and doing some action now to avoid it. And there is going to be in actions, really actions to do that. maybe eating more, maybe, you know, just all these things that I will do just not to stay with this I don't know, this thing, this strong feeling, the heaviness. I don't know how you call it. It's kind of like it's like system, you know. It's like a whole system of thoughts and feelings that comes together, lived very, very strongly in the body, and then being kind of afraid of it and go, you know, trying to avoid it. And there is going to be a lot of action trying to avoid it, you know, trying to compromise love and trying to get the first person that's going to be interested in this because it's seen as an object, as a value, and trying to maybe I'm going to eat it, you know, if I eat I'm going to feel myself, so I'm going to try to avoid that because I'm going to have some pleasure coming. I'm going to eat pleasure, so I'm going to forget about it.
Like in a way, feeling that this we were taught and raised up in a way with this idea that when there is something feeling bad, heavy, it's wrong, it's not good. We have to make it good. Like our parents beautifully raised us up like this. And there is nothing wrong with this. It's just naturally like the drive to feel good. But when we exclude the bad part, this is in a way not anymore harmonic, because the harmony lies in everything, in the good and the bad. And yeah, when this is seen, it's like the total embrace of what is.
Yeah.
No escape.
And also there is the memory, no? When it's experienced as 100% painful, like in animals, you know, if animal gonna get hurt, it will remember where it was, and with this person, there is a memory. And the memory is also the defense system to avoid problems, to avoid hurt. So the mental memory of remembering something that I did with someone, relationship that caused pain, with jump again, like it's something definitive, you know, like it's this is going to happen to me again, so I have to be careful. There's no openness anymore because it's changing all the time, so it looks like a landing place. This happen, if I do this and that, this is the landing place, so I have to be careful not to do that. So I'm already closed, the window is closed for everything.
Yeah,
so
there's
I will
this
not go.
protective mechanism, protecting yourself from life. So in a way, this full on, it's always brutal aliveness.
The
No
me,
escape.
this illusion of the me is with the memory. It's with the past. It is going from the past to the future. So the memory is the me. So you know, if I was there, I got hurt. This is me. I'm me, not gonna being careful not to get hurt again, and then close for more opportunities because this is danger.
Yeah.
And this idea that the memory is the me. So there is just memory. Something happened. There is like a, you know, movie coming up, a live movie, and then that's it, it's finished because I'm not there in the memory.
It's practical, of course, for the body to have the memory in order to in a way also survive here, but in most of the cases it's not really needed. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
I have a question because for now, I think we were kind of talking about romantic relating, not necessarily, but maybe this kind of flavor. And I would be curious about actually the kind of loneliness that might arise when there is non-dual seeing in someone and he has no friends to talk about with, you know, it's like with relation to friendships, being in a radically non-dual community or not being. So maybe that's also kind of an interesting topic to explore.
Who wants to go with this? Dagi, to be honest, I did not really get it. So I hung up on the word non-dual seeing because I have no clue what non-dual seeing is in a way.
Yeah, I know. Non-dual seeing is like, this is like what we are talking about here, that there is just like no self and everything is empty but full, yeah? But there might be kind of a sense that you are a bit alienated when you have no one to talk about with about this. You know, you kind of go out to the street with the humans. It's like everything is non-separated, but there might be something that you cannot just go out and talk to them. They come with their stories and so on, and you just feel a bit like, yeah, okay, stories. And then there might be a kind of appreciation or need arising to talk with someone who just sees that everything is empty, and just to talk about this, the miracle of this, just the booming this. That's what I meant.
So here,
Mhm.
there's not much difference between empty or not empty, because it's empty and full all the time.
Yeah.
So even it's not taken, the fullness is not taken seriously. It can be that, you know, if you meet characters, the fullness we take very seriously. So just, you know, seeing that for them, it's, you know, this character, it is living it very seriously. But here there is lightness, so this is the this is the interaction. So it can be that the even the character in front will be get very light, because there are going to be a lot of joke about this seriousness. So there's no really difference between, because it's the same, you know, it's kind of the same, just the, I don't know if the attitude or what changed, but it's not taken seriously. So it's more like a playground. And if characters are very, very serious about, you know, the ideas are very serious, believed very strongly. So, you know, just it's the space for that, you know, this is what's happening over there. So there's not so much distinctions between, you know, like no, not being someone. I
Yeah,
cannot even call it right that, like that, because
exactly.
it's already what is happening. So
Exactly. Yeah.
this is just a different approach, you know. I just
Yeah.
see it a different approach.
Yeah, here it's the same, Dagi. Like I see no difference in the concept being a me or no me. So for me, everything is already what is. Very simple, very simple. Talking about loneliness with you or with, I don't know, it's the same. It's just like a monologue. Yeah, sharing.
Yeah. I have the same, like there is no distinction. It's just that talking about it, like here on this Zoom, might feel like a kind of a special, not special, but just a kind of celebration when you can really kind of put a language on it very precisely. You know, this is just like, yeah, kind of celebration.
Speaking maybe with a girlfriend of mine who just got split or divorced or badly, what a huge sense of loneliness, crying, suffering. For me, there is exactly the same celebration, full on booming pain. And yeah, so there is really no difference. Kata, sweetheart, Catalin, nice to see you, boy. Do you want to share
Hey,
something about
nice to see you.
loneliness here? We
Loneliness.
already did.
I don't know. I heard what Hadar said, and I resonate a lot with what she said. Loneliness was a lot here. There was a lot of loneliness here growing up. And I probably could talk hours about loneliness, or I probably couldn't talk a second about it. Right now, it feels more like the second option. But yeah, something is just missing so much, you know, when there's loneliness. There's there's a pain, and there's so much resistance and so many stories that have this at the center, and there are images of I don't know, repulsive, dirty, ugly, dark, whatever, what, whatever comes up in those moments. And it's just this experience of, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want it. I don't want it. So yeah, then maybe if finding relationships hasn't worked, then going to something else is going to happen. Going to substances or activities, whatever. Here was substances. Yeah, whatever brings some safety in the body in a way, and removes the thoughts and the stories that are so so painful. So I think loneliness is probably a very different experience in terms of stories for different people. And probably at the same time, this feeling of this is not okay is somewhat similar. And it's bodily felt and it's agitated for me. It was. Now loneliness doesn't happen that much. Maybe just a bit and then it goes away. Because the stories don't stick around too much. That's very interesting. Yeah, that's about what comes up.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Here,
Beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. During a lot of time, I've been searching for people in order to speak about this. And now I'm very, very grateful, Rosa and Sander and all of you. I'm happy this possibility. But at the same time, for example, yesterday I was seeing a show, a theater play with music and dance, very, very crazy and wow, amazing. And at the end, I was talking with friends and with my children, my family, and was very interesting. And this happens a lot of time. Then we are speaking about this. We are speaking about the nothingness being everything, but with other words. We, all of us, share a language, but with other people don't like this language, don't like to hear this is nothing being everything, or there's not me, or the paradox. But at the same time, most of them, sensible people, without knowing, with another language. And sometimes this is very, very, very clear and very awakening. I don't know if you know what I mean.
Yeah, Tony, beautiful. Thank you. I love it. Yeah. Maria, sweetheart,
Yes.
after hearing all these words, all these blah, 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 this beautiful blah, blah, is there something popping up?
Yes. I think that my loneliness has decreased over time, but now I'm like more aware of all the things that I have done in the past to distract myself from it. So that's why maybe I see it like a problem that I still have to solve, because I don't want to be distracted and I want to fully face it. And I still see that I am not doing that. So maybe I'm considering that a problem.
Yeah, naturally so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. That's it. Like exactly what you said. That's it already. Nothing wrong with this, nothing right with this. There is no need to face it. There is no need to process this, whatever this means. It's just like seeing the story there. Okay, well, maybe I should not distract myself, but face it, that's it already. Distracting yourself, playing avoiding tragedies out, that's it. That you cannot avoid it. It's unescapable. What is? And this may stop tomorrow for no reason. And by the way, I love the word alone, because for me it's always all one. No separation, whole and complete.
You know what's coming up here is the Sander is coming up here saying that the one that wants to escape this feeling, and the feeling are the same thing. You know, there's no one separate from that when I hear Maria, and this is beautiful. This is also beautiful because all this game of running away from this and feeling it, it's already empty. With there's no you in it. You know, there is no in something separate that from what's going on that living it. So yeah,
Yeah,
this is what
beautiful.
it's funny. You know, this is the innocent in that.
So we can say, enjoy the show, girl. Full on.
Yeah. Just enjoy how it's running away, how it's playing fully,
How it's
you know.
coming and
Enjoy.
going, all those. I mean, this
Yeah.
is the game. This is the game. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, beautiful.
Rosa,
Sweetheart.
is there
Yeah,
still some time?
Katalin.
Is there still some time?
I want to ask you, sweethearts, do you want us to continue in part 2? Or shall we round it up? How is the feeling there? I have time. For me, it's fine.
I'd go for a while longer.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's
So
okay here also.
you are invited just to reconnect again in part 2, sweethearts. And I want to thank you. If someone is not joining, I simply want to thank you. And yeah, just this. See you.